Hey everyone, this is Nitro. So, in this video I am going to be doing the second challenge battle of the Fireworks Festival events, which is called Angela's Mad Test Subject. So there's 2 more outfit points here, 20 challenge points and 30 Trinity Crystals. Let's jump in and begin. So for this particular fight, you're facing off against Angelica, of course, and she has the ability to summon the Angyns machine #1s, and in addition to that, she can also use electromagnetic augmentation, which grants +1 AoE skill span and plus 500% AoE damage to 2 random allies within the area for 1 turn, right? And then finally, the third skill is just seems to be pretty much a regular attack skill, right? But it does also apply an effect of all allies within 2 block radius take 100% reduced damage for 2 turns. So it's actually a bonus for you in some ways. As long as your character who takes the hit survives, you get reduced AoE damage. Alright, so and then finally, of course, Angelica heals up those summons that are created, and those summons are actually invulnerable, they're unkillable. So that's just something to be aware of, right? So with all that said, I mean, this fight is actually quite straightforward overall. It's really just about you doing damage to the enemies. So you want a party that has maximum DPS, which means whoever you have built up as damage dealers are the ones you should really bring. So for example, you see that I'm going to be probably running something like this with probably. I'm just trying to decide because if possible, you do want, as usual, a character who can provide the attack command effect to you. So maybe I'm just going to bring Matthew along, right? And have, so that way Luna will be the princess faction buffer, buffing up herself, Yulia, and Tiaris, and then Matthew can be the other faction buffer, buffing up himself, Elwyn, and then Leon, right? Other than, just as a side note, another option actually that just came to mind is to bring Bernhard rather than Matthew, because Bernhard would debuff the enemy's attack and defense, right? In some ways, it would act very similar to Matthew's attack command, so that is a very viable alternate option if you have a Bernhard built up, right? So Bernhard, Lanford, Angelica has attack command, Matthew, they all work. Ultimately, it just kind of depends what faction you play. Alright, so with my character selected, let's just begin the battle at this point. There's nothing else to go over, so let's get started. Crap, I think I forgot to change up Leon's skills. Yeah, he still has Assault and Smash. Well, that's okay, I suppose. So, one last thing I should mention, okay? If there are 4 enemies within a 1 block radius of Angelica, she will deal deadly damage to all units on the battlefield. So you cannot surround all 4 tiles that are around her. Just so you're aware. Okay? So with that said, I'm going to begin the battle. And why don't I start with a faction buff, so that I can start hammering away at this Angelica. Next, I mean, let's have Leon attack with Smash. Gonna have Matthew faction buff. And then have Elwyn start with a Sword Soul on Angelica. Once again, not bringing the best skills because I just keep forgetting to change it up. That's okay. I'm going to just attack Blessing at this point. Doesn't really matter who, does it? But probably Yulia or Elwyn are the best options, given that my Leon has no chivalry. Awkward. Right. So, one of the summons is created on turn 1. And now we can actually go over the summons details, right? First, right, unflinching trigger times 14. So, it has 14 chances of reviving, which makes it effectively unkillable, right? It does have mobility -3, but it does, so you can see here that these summons can also drop more summons, right? And they cannot die and cannot move when hit points is below 50%. And finally, upon end of turn, they deal 1 times AoE damage to all enemies within a 1 block radius. Oh, and they also do increase the span of AoE skills of allies within 2 blocks. So there's a whole bunch of different effects on these characters. So one last thing, it seems like Angelica will be attacking my Luna first, we can see right here. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm going to just... I think I'm going to want to crush this Angyns so that it can't move, right? So I'm going to have someone attack it, and then everyone else basically piles on damage onto Angelica. So why don't I just have... I don't know. Well, what I'm going to do is this. Let's have Yulia discipline attack Angelica to start, I guess. And then let's have Luna, I guess, Wind God Realm here. Melee attack Angelica. Right. I'm going to use Leon to hammer that Angyns machine. And then Frontal Assault Angelica. Matthew can range attack. Really should move Matthew closer so that she can buff up more than just one character as a side note. This is fine. And why don't I just shift down Tiaris for now. Just holding on to Miracle because I think I'm gonna potentially get AoE hit or whatever. Right. So the Angyns are summoning more of these Angyns. And they AoE me. Not for much damage though. So Angelica didn't end up targeting my Luna because she activated Wind God Realm. That's an interesting note. And for now, I think I'm going to continue to hammer away at Angelica then. And I can also... Elwyn jump in? So I'm just keeping in mind I have to leave one tile open. But other than that, you might as well have 2 characters damage those guys. Which can very easily be, you know, Tiaris on one and then Matthew on the other. So in the meantime, Let's have Leon strike Angelica. Let's have Luna do the same. Turn. I'm going to have Tiaris weaken the first Angyns. And Matthew weaken the second one. So that way they're still locked down and can't move. Two ring attack does some damage to me, but it's basically nothing. So let's continue to weaken this Angelica. She's already, down to a third of her health at this point. What I can also do is, in fact, is smash these guys away. Separate them, so then they can't really damage me at all this way. And then... Elwin. Strike Angelica. We're just gonna have Luna attack this turn instead of using her skill. Since Juliet got +2 mobility, I'm able to wrap her around closer to Matthew. So I'm going to definitely do that. Just have Matthew damage this Angyns again. Right, keeping him locked down. And finally... Yulia. Discipline attack. Healing up everybody. And I'll have Tiaris attack blessing someone once more. I don't think it really matters. Matthew, I suppose. Summon created. No big deal, right? Going to just faction buff up Matthew to start. Oh, the target of attack is going to be Tiaris. Interesting. I'm pretty sure I can actually kill Angelica this turn, so she doesn't even get to attack me. If I were going to be attacked, this is probably a turn where I would kill off every one of these Angyns, right? To reduce their ability to harm me. But I think it's pretty unnecessary. Well, you know what, let's do it. As if I couldn't kill Angelica this turn. No, I'm going to damage every single Angyn here so that they can't do much to me. So it would be, for example, Leon runs up against one. Backs off. Luna attack, the other one. So basically all the Angyns are now effectively useless. Although they keep spawning more. regardless, battle's complete this turn.
はいよ
私が見
行くぞ
準備完了
This is probably one of the easiest
行くぞ了解
剣はどこ
challenges.
全力で行け
私が皆さんを守ります
And there we go. 6 turns of fighting, but not difficult at all. So there we have it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Nitro out.